the sport. Paul Bunyan's axe stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense will start this game off. The battle for the Axe has been built on close, contentious, hard-fought, down-to-the-wire games. That was not the case last year's Minnesota won in a blowout.
This is a big opportunity, I think, for Minnesota. If they could win in yet another blowout, think how much that would help their recruiting. These two schools, they recruit the same kids, so a big opportunity here for Minnesota.
They recruit the same kids. They're built the same way, built on physicality, built on toughness. This rivalry, the Axe, all of it means something, and especially when you lost big the year before, you're going to have something to say about it today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. To throw, it's Lindsey. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Got it near midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will go to work for the first time today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Hand off to Jones. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. These old rivals have gone at it for a long time. First meeting way back in 1890. It is the most played rivalry at the highest level of college football.
Yeah, you're right, Reese. And even though this game hasn't always had national championship implications or Heisman Trophy implications necessarily, this game defines what's so great about college football.
Breaks into the open. Jukes his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
The give to the tailback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. That looked like it had a chance to be good.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pulls and fires complete.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground, he's got it again. All this intensity, all this build-up for an axe. What kind of axe do you have at your place, David?
Well, I have the body spray, but this rivalry obviously means so much. These programs built so similar to each other. So many tough guys on this football field wanting to come out here and swing that axe.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Lindsey. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Tracy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
The kick is on its way. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
3rd down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on 3rd.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. We saw it on that play.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneak in the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Back to throw, it's O'Neal. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
And the Badgers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. Oh, what a call! Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Taylor has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out of their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the Golden Gophers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Snagged in the middle. It's Tracy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I think a lot of people wonder why you don't throw more slant routes. It's just nowadays wide receivers are so big, so thick. You throw it to them, the DBs can't go through their bodies to get them, and most of the time you get positive yards like you do right here.
It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. They get through, and it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it.
I think with the snow today, they were hoping they weren't going to have to kick that many field goals. It is hard to execute in this kind of inclement weather, but it could be sunny out here. It wouldn't have mattered. Did you see how they just overwhelmed the offensive line, got in the backfield, and blocked the kick?
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull one or two guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
The Badgers line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Badgers getting that pass rush from the 2nd level, like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have at Wisconsin for defense, versatility when you play linebacker.
The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference, defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The give is to Taylor. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Golden Gophers will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And the Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They go to the draw. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield, and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time Defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. How many games do you see turn on a mishandled punt in the snow? Not this time. Fair catch is made. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Brooks. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. The receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This quarterback is getting frustrated. You can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. And he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Finds his big tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Taylor has it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
That's caught. It's Taylor. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Caught near the sticks, it's Tracy. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
And it's tough on the defense. They're third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, Paul Bunyan's axe minutes on the line, and already Minnesota and Wisconsin have given us some stirring moments. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Wisconsin plays out.
And the Golden Gophers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's O'Neal. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fires complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. You don't have to make things complicated. You seize zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. 1st down from the 43. Quick handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Using his legs, it's Dupree. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
The Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Got it behind the line. It's Anthony. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff to the single running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Looking for a man, it's O'Neal. Spits it out to the back. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
3rd down coming up after that completion. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Wants to bring it back. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Brooks. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. The give is to Taylor. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Golden Gophers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. Nice move there. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the 1st guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. On the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They'll try to pop the draw. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Wants to throw. It's Lindsey. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
Punt is on its way. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Working that left side now. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And, man, this offense needed that. They've got to get it going. That clock is ticking. They've got 0 points on the game. They've got to put a couple of plays together. There's play number 1. Let's see if they can get a streak going, get down the field, and put some points on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Taylor has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but
he lost it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game, and one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
It goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
He makes the tackle at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 5, and they'll have a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Running back searching for a hole.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And the timing just a hair off.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Badgers will punt this one away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
To the air, it's O'Neal. Gets it to him on the screen. Fighting off the defender. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Badgers send out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
And off to Jones. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line of the big red zone opportunity here.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the air, it's Lindsey. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you've turned the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Wisconsin has Paul Bunyan's axe. Goalposts have been figuratively chopped down, and the Gophers have been literally chopped down. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.